the weather continues to cool down, but the action continues to heat up inside Ice Castle. It's game 2 of our doubleheader AAA hockey as the Pine-Richland Rams are in town to face off against the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders. Rams Fighting Highlanders are live here on Tenband TV in partnership with JRM Sports. We welcome you inside the rink. Austin Bechtold, Nathan Breisinger alongside. It's been a struggling season for Baldwin. Tanner Plinton, one of the Baldwin All-Stars, has been a key player, but other than that, the Fighting Highlanders, especially here at home, not being able to get much going.
Yeah, not a very sizable roster for Baldwin, and this is do or die. 4 points on the season thus far, just one regulation win. They need everything they can get right now, and it's a Pine-Richland team that has lost 3 of their last 4 back-to-back extra bonus hockey games for Pine-Richland. So they're looking for a big win, and they're bunched up right in the middle of those standings with 4 teams tied with 17 points.
It's a Pine-Richland team that is in the middle of the standings, really in the middle of the pack, trying to separate themselves. Currently, as we take a look at it, a 4-way tie between Mount Lebanon, Bethel Park, Pine-Richland, Upper St. Clair in the standings. Everybody's got 17 points. Everybody's got about 8 wins, or Upper St. Clair, as you see there, 7-2-2. Pine-Richland is just looking to try to get that break to get over top of a couple of teams, try to meet Peters Township and North Allegheny. They have a real chance to potentially, in the next couple of weeks, exceed everyone except Seneca Valley and be second.
And this is a prime opportunity against a Baldwin team that's sort of in the bottom part of those standings. And the last time these two teams faced off, it was a 4-0 win up at Pine-Richland. It all started with a Zach Howard power play goal, their leader in goals and points for the Rams. And they'll look for Howard and company to get it going against the Fighting Highlanders.
Other matchups that are going on tonight here in AAA. Upper St. Clair at Bethel Park. Cannon Mac is at Mount Lebanon. Pine-Richland at Baldwin. A lot of the same teams that you see, football sections, the basketball sections, and many other, with Pine-Richland in town here at Baldwin in a matchup that Baldwin really, as Nate alluded to, needs to win. Only 4 points. That's 10th place out of 11. Just trying to be able to find some momentum for head coach Justin Glock in his 8th season, looking to try to get something alive for Baldwin in more than just one win. Talk about it a lot more coming up next, and also preview the Pine-Richland Rams as we come back here on Tenband TV in partnership with JRM Sports.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eServicesTech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told ya. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
The following is a presentation of the JRM Sports Network.
All right, Nate, let's get into it. It's our keys to the game for Pine-Richland and Baldwin. What do either side need to do to come home with a victory?
Well, for Pine-Richland, I mean, they have 4 strong lines, so they're going to look for depth production outside of their top 2 lines. That second key, all eyes on Plinta, as Austin talked about earlier. I mean, it's pretty much all 10 or Plinta, and that's what Pine-Richland's going to focus on. Now for Baldwin, it's trying to limit the shots. Austin Lundowski has seen a ton of games with 40-plus shots. Last game against Seneca Valley faced 48 in a 5-3 loss. So try to get in the lanes, do as much as you can to keep pucks away from him. And then for Baldwin, rely on your potent power play. Surprisingly, they are first in all of AAA with a 30.8 percentage on the man advantage. So they're looking to do that. 38% of their offense for Baldwin comes on the power play this season.
Yeah, that's been a very important part of this team, Nate, and something that Fighting Islanders are going to want to have happen. As we take a look at the starting lineups first for Pine-Richland, it's Benjamin Bayless with Josh Lanyard as well as Cullen Campbell. Campbell, an all-star for Pine-Richland, with Logan Kozak and Douglas Van Meter for the Rams. Nathan Dembowski, 2-2 on the season, 3-12 goals against Everett, and an .871 save percentage for head coach Jordan Yoklik. Pine-Richland Rams 8-4-0-1. Now for the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders, Gabe Hurley, Logan Kramer, Tanner Plinza, the captain, number 13, 9 goals, 7 assists, 16 points, leads the team on the season with Joey O'Neill and Tegan Berry at the defense pairings. Austin Landowski, 1-10-1 on the season with a .497 goals against average, .874 save percentage for Justin Glock in his 8th season at the helm of the Fighting Islanders.
And as we talked, for Baldwin, the importance as it is at another level for the Fighting Highlanders. 8 games left to go for Baldwin. That's 16 possible points, and they're 10 points out of a playoff spot with Central Catholic at 14 there in that 8th spot. So, everything here is on the table. They sort of control their own destiny if they want to get into a playoff spot. Obviously, they need help for a couple losses from Central Catholic, but it starts right now with Pine-Richland. Pine-Richland, same thing. They're looking to jockey for some position, move up, and really make some noise down the stretch here for the Rams.
Baldwin in its home white uniforms with purple numbers, purple and white trim as well for the Pine-Richland Rams. Black jerseys with white numbers, white nameplate as well, and white trim. We are just about set to go here at Ice Castle. It's Baldwin and Pine-Richland. These two teams met earlier this year. It was a 4-0 win at the Barrel Ice Complex for Pine-Richland. That was all the way back on Monday, October 30th. So turn the calendar, think about the new year. Baldwin trying to turn a new leaf and make it 1-1.
Absolutely, and in that game, again, we touched on it. Zach Howard opened it up on the power play. The scoring there, he had 3 points, but one of the keys, Austin Landowski saw 48 shots in that game as well. So he's seen a ton of rubber this year. But, head coach Justin Glock has a ton of belief in him, says he has played really exceptional this year. He's another one of those all-stars that was named to the AAA team. So he's going to be a big factor if Baldwin wants to come away with this one.
Baldwin did not have a power play in that game, and the Fighting Highlanders were outshot 14-4 first period, 19-5 second period, 15-7 third period, 48-16 total. We're going to try to make it a change here today against Pine-Richland. 17 minutes on the board. We begin the first period of play. Logan Kramer to do the face-off with Josh Lanyard, and we're underway. Tipped along by Gabe Hurley. Tanner Plinta tried to play it, but it goes all the way back behind the Baldwin net. Played up by Tegan Berry, behind for O'Neill. Joey O'Neill, a junior defenseman, wears number 78. Up the ice for the captain, Plinta, and kept back in. Campbell dumped it back into the Baldwin zone. Berry's there to play it. Berry spins away. It's up for Gabe Hurley, off the glass towards him. Went high off the glass. Proctor shoots it towards the net. Big rebound in front of Landowski. Another shot. Another one fed right through the paint, but can't go for Pine-Richland. A couple of good opportunities, though, in the first minute.
A lot already thrown Landowski's way, and there was another open cage with a chance for Pine-Richland to get on the board early.
Hurley sent it to the net. It was sent aside, though, by Dembowski. Fight for it on the far side wall. Poked away, and now to Proctor. Proctor to Campbell. Campbell tried to trip it out and is able to do so to the captain, Howard. Second line center, Zach Howard, a senior, all-star this year, 13 goals. It's the team high, as well as the team high 19 points. Mac Dempsey tries to send it in. Pollard also out there with him. Pollard possesses, but offside ruled. So face-off. Back out to the dot. And the neutral zone, where it will be Howard and Dempsey fighting for it.
And right now, the defensive pair for Baldwin, Logan Pack and Nate Buys. Buys missed the last time these two teams met. He's been out a little bit of this season with injury, playing in his 7th game this year. 3 goals on the season, all on the power play.
Holden Andrighetti sends it back up for Van Meter. Van Meter's shot tipped around a couple of times. Howard tried to poke at it. Puck on the far side boards. Trying to chip it up, not able to do that was Dempsey. Andrighetti open in front of the net. They couldn't find him though. Good passing opportunity from Howard, but could not connect. Van Meter couldn't touch it up. It goes all the way back down for icing.
Man, that was a bad defensive zone breakdown for Baldwin. They had a couple guys caught up high, as you see all along the wall, and it turns into a 2-on-1 down low for Howard and Andrighetti, and he just cannot feed it to him with Logan Pack standing in the way.
Yeah, you talk about Logan Pack, somebody who is relatively new to playing defense. Last year's first year as a D-man, but it's kind of the senior leader of that crew now. It's a young Baldwin team, very young. A lot of juniors on this team, only 4 seniors.
Yeah, he's the guy that these young players look up to on this defensive core for Baldwin.
There's Gabe Hurley dropping it back in with the senior Tanner Plano. Hurley fell to the ice, tipped along for Williams, kept in by Kramer. Light forward on the near side. Poking in front, Logan Kramer helps to force a cover-up for Dembowski.
Logan Kramer having a breakout year for Baldwin here, 2nd highest leader in points for the Fighting Highlanders, 13 points on the season. He just tried to poke it in on Dembowski, and Dembowski 2-2 on the season this year, 3.12 goals against average. So Pine-Richland putting their trust in Dembowski to get them a win this evening.
Lanyard couldn't play it up. It's chipped back in. Monahan tried to play it past Dempsey. Campbell tries to give chase. The puck on Williams' stick. Tap past Pollard, and now Pollard possessions. Pollard put it up for Dempsey on the far wall. Kozak sends it all the way back in. Now Williams plays it. Sends it across. Looks for Monahan. Dumps it back. Possessing it now is Tegan Berry. Up the ice, Pollard. Pollard skates into the zone, but Dempsey's offsides. Puck back out the center.
Jeremy Pollard just trying to do a little bit too much there with it and end up Baldwin forcing them off sides. I mean, you got him stick handling through the neutral zone when he could easily put it up the ice. But nonetheless, that's an offside for Baldwin and a bad play.
13:57 to go first period. No score between Baldwin and Pine-Richland. Austin Bechtold, Nathan Breisinger alongside here on Tenband TV, JRM Sports. Sent back up top, and a potential opportunity here for Baldwin. Tanner Plano with the puck on his stick. Plano shot, glove save made by Dembowski.
It was just a pass that Aiden Tarasovich could not handle, and off to the races was Tanner Plinta. He gets to that puck and fires a shot, but Dembowski able to flash the leather and take that chance away from the leading goal scorer for the Fighting Highlanders.
Puck one back to Pine-Richland. Here comes Howard with it. Moves it across the left side, wing towards Howard. Howard not able to poke it in. There's a good pass there on the attempt, but nothing to ride home about just yet. There's Howard again. Poked along past Barella. Andrighetti dumps it for Howard. Howard with it now. Howard sends it towards Barella. Proctor tries to keep it in, doesn't actually go after it, and Mac Dempsey sent it back out the center. Andrighetti tried to touch it up, but icing is ruled. Send it all the way back down with 12:49 to go in the period.
Pine-Richland definitely trying to look for their leading goal scorer in Zach Howard, 13 goals on the year. Last year had 16 points his junior year. The captain for the Rams. Really, a puck magnet there in front of the net.
Face off one back. A quick shot. Save made again by Dembowski. No rebound. So we'll do it again from the same spot. Dot. Right side wing. Again, face off one back by Kramer. First line out there for Baldwin. Another shot. Gabe Hurley there. Back to Kramer. Plina tried to put it up for Hurley in the middle of the ice. Keegan, big hit there with Plina and Kramer as well. We get a whistle. Someone's going to get sent off to the box.
Looks like it's going to be Plenta, I
Yes.
think, here. They're calling it rough. He went in there pretty hard going in towards Hayden Keegan. Not sure exactly what it is. I mean, we'll see here in a second. Just went in there with a lot of speed and got a little knee on knee. That's what I thought. Just from our angle, you get those boards in the way. But Plenta, a little bit of knee, and then it's a roughing call and puts Pine-Richland in the power play.
Van Meter's shot goes all the way to the back. Tipped along and kept in by Van Meter again. Van Meter over to Bayless. Benjamin Bayless with it. Now Van Meter. Van Meter from the point shot. Went off a lanyard. Now here's Campbell. Van Meter again with it. 1:36 remaining on the point of penalty. Van Meter on the power play. His shot deflected in front and tipped in. Josh Lanyard gets it to go. Sixth goal of the season from Lanyard. And the junior on the power play scores for the Pine-Richland Rams.
And a great job from the point from Van Meter, and it's Lanyard that just beats Nate Byes down low on that one-on-one matchup, gets in behind him, and that loose rebound there off of Landowski. And Lanyard's able to poke it in and put Pine-Richland up 1-0. Same start we saw the last time these two teams met. It was Zach Howard that time. Now it's Lanyard on the power play putting the Rams up.
Here's Andrew Getty. Sends it across, and now Van Meter. Van Meter, his shot deflected around a couple of times. Might have went out the side of the post.
Wow, that got through a lot of bodies, and I actually think Landowski poked that away with his blocker or the butt end of his stick.
Kozak sends it all the way around. Almost went in. Landowski was trying to play it behind the net, but it caromed off the post. Pack had to play it.
We saw that once or twice in that earlier game between Bishop Cannon and Nick Shannon. A couple pucks off to the stanchions.
Good move by Van Meter. His shot is in! Douglas Van Meter. What a shot in his 7th game of the season. It's his 2nd goal of the year, and the All-Star makes it 2-0.
Van Meter just walking around Jeremy Pollard and able to just get a tremendous shot. Caught Austin Landowski a little bit off his angle and fires it above that right blocker. Quick 2-0 here for Pine-Richland.
Great shot from Van Meter. 2nd goal of the year. It's 2-0 Pine-Richland early, and we have another stoppage in play. So puck went into the Pine-Richland bench. Right away, this game starting to quickly get away from Baldwin. AHN Sports Medicine, Kenny Ross Sports South, part of our PIHL Hockey sponsors, Malay Athletics, East Services, Payment Technology, Trop Plumbing, Dean Honda, JRM Video Production. Taken up by Keegan. Trying to connect with Casper. Another shot, Landowski this time saved it.
That one left right there for Aiden Tarasovic to walk into. Just pulling all his weight behind that shot, and Landowski flashing the leather. We saw Dembowski do it earlier on the Plenta chance, and this one, big glove save by Austin Landowski.
Tipped in by Baldwin. 10:50 to go first period. Spun around for Keegan. Keegan tried to play it back to center, able to do so. Dave Hurley couldn't play it there. Casper now. And now Verzella. Verzella sends it for Keegan. That's A.J. Verzella, the junior forward. Now here's Plina. Tanner Plina as a 2-on-2 emerges with Gabe Hurley. Plina up the ice, able to create space. Plina towards the net, save made by Dembowski.
Plena with the big individual effort. I mean, he's just a one-man breakout there, skating end-to-end. And he had Hurley with him, but decides to try to take it in and go on the backhand, but Dembowski doesn't bite. And with the big save, and Tanner Plenta has been sensational for Baldwin this year. Something that head coach Justin Glock said, that he just is a guy that does not take a night off, and they're going to really lean on him if the Fighting Highlanders want to get back in this one.
Pushed along up the ice towards Pack. Pack plays it, puck on its edge, towards Monahan. 3-on-2 emerges. Dempsey. Monahan potentially can play it. He does. Monahan, a check there, and trying to keep it in. Again, back out the center. Towards Trevor Brain, but it's Pack. Sending it all the way back down. And icing.
Baldwin just seemingly every time they try to break it in, outside of a guy named Tanner Plinta, just unable to really get anything going. I mean, not a ton of puck movement either from the Fighting Highlanders, and that's kind of what's hurting them so far, trying to create any offensive opportunity chances.
Lanyard and Kramer for the faceoff. Pine-Richland 1-1 so far on the power play, and then added another goal only minutes later. Puck all the way back down again. Kozak plays it. Kozak with Van Meter. Pressure applied by Baldwin. Hurley and Plinta, they're there. Hurley tried to poke it away. Kramer also there. Kramer pokes it back in.
And there was Plinta with that sneaky good forecheck. No idea behind him. Van Meter had no clue that he was back there.
Pack can't keep it. Poked ahead by Campbell. And now Plinta. Plinta for Hurley. Hurley's got it. Has Kramer. Hurley to Kramer. Can't fan. He fanned on the shot. Can't get it to go. Can't get a shot opportunity off there.
Great play by Josh Lanyard to get back there and put his stick on the puck. Take that opportunity away on the 2-on-1. And that's a center coming back and making a big play in the defensive zone.
Up with it goes Nate Buys. Buys got checked. Now Campbell. Trevor Brain tries to poke it ahead. Pokes it right towards Benjamin Bayless, though. Fight for it on the near side wall. Towards the corner. Campbell and Lanyard right there with it, but poked back out the center and Van Meter. Van Meter tries to dump it back in and does. Pine-Richland goes for a change. Nate Buys with the puck. Kramer and Pack there with him. He tried to go to Kramer. Dangerous pass towards Barella. And a shot from Lanyard off the blocker of Landowski. Another shot. Landowski with the save. No rebound.
Boy, oh boy, is Baldwin really lucky to come away unscathed there. I mean, just some miscommunication by Logan Kramer there with Nate Buys trying to break that out of the zone. Just not on the same page whatsoever, and it led to a golden opportunity there for Pine-Richland.
Face off one back for Mac Dempsey. Poked ahead by Monahan. Missed the stick of Brain as Barella centered around. O'Neal goes to chase it. Andrighetti there battling with them. Now Howard and Mac Dempsey. Andrighetti. Taken away by Baldwin and up the ice. There's Monahan. Monahan dumps it in. Trying to connect with Dempsey on the chip and chase, but taken up by Lanyard. Lanyard with Andrighetti on side. Lanyard towards the front, knocked away. Monahan, and now here comes Plinta. Plinta, full speed ahead. Tanner Plinta, opportunity, just shot it wide. Kept in. Hurley tries to poke it towards Kramer. Now Andrighetti moves it up. And back to O'Neal.
Pair of blocks there by Tarasovic in the defensive zone for the Rams. Trying to put his body on the line. Keep some things away from Dembowski.
Plinta dumps it in. It's Proctor that goes to get it. Tarasovic moves it around. Back to Proctor. Tipped in. AJ Verzella dumped it. Behind the net now. Landowski saw it. Good opportunity for Casper in front. On the pass it goes! And another goal for the Pine-Richland Rams. A golden opportunity in front of the net. Hayden Keegan makes it 3-0.
And it's that tenacious forecheck there from Pine-Richland, and they quickly move it out from behind the goal and all the way over to Hayden Keegan, and he buries it. No mistake with that one. And the Rams quickly building something here in Ice Castle.
What are you seeing from Baldwin? Just maybe not staying in their lanes, being disciplined enough to stay in the right spots. 3-0 with over 6.5 to go in the first period.
Yeah, Austin, I mean, when you're a team like this and you only have one regulation win on the season, you got to focus on these little details, and they haven't really done so far. A lot of mistakes, a lot of errant passes, not on the same page as we saw a few shifts ago from Nate Buys and Logan Kramer. So just a lot of little mistakes leading to a couple big goals for Pine-Richland.
Hill with it. Dempsey forces some pressure. Dempsey threw it on net, but another good save made by Dembowski.
Dempsey trying to do whatever he can to try to get that one on net. Honestly, almost worked out for him there. Dembowski wasn't really ready as Dempsey was kind of facing the other way already.
6:12 to go in the first period, and Baldwin also short bench really only plays 2 lines, 2.5 lines.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the only third liner seen so far has been Raph Monahan off that third line. Brooklyn Joyce and Aiden Gannon also options in the forward depth.
Casper, a shot went off Landowski and to the back. So Landowski there, able to make the save. That one's sent back in, and offside's now waved off as Pack goes to chase.
And so far, I mean, this 3-0 game, we talked about just the mistakes that Baldwin's had so far, and Justin Glock told us that his team has had a couple stinkers this year. Those are words out of his mouth, and you don't want this to turn into one. And just not too long ago on December 21st, they had one, a 9-2 loss to Bethel. So you're hoping if you're Baldwin in a game that's really, a must win, you don't want that to happen.
3-on-2 with Plynna moving up with it. Plynna lost the puck. Kramer there goes after it. We're going to get another whistle and potentially another penalty on Tanner Plynna near the boards.
Yeah, and this one might be more than just 2 minutes.
I think it will be.
That's a pretty ugly hit, and not sure.
Player down on the ice.
77 there. It's Douglas Van Meter for Pine-Richland, and he's down.
Very
and
dangerous hit.
The medical staff here in Ice Castle will come on and attend to him. And
Van Meter still slow to get up, just trying to get back to his senses a little bit.
yeah, and Plynta just, he's a physical kid, and when in there was some speed, he's also very fast, and that's just what happened there. It all culminated to a big hit with Van Meter sort of facing the glass, and that's not good.
Over at the Baldwin bench with his head down as well. Just kind of seems upset with himself as well after that hit. As Van Meter is able to get back to his skates and taken back over near the bench.
And the referees haven't called anything yet. So we'll see here in a second.
So Van Meter is going into the box.
Yeah, he's going to continue to be attended to, and Plynta's going to come back out. And there's going to be no penalty assessed to that. So that's a very, that's very tough because, from our look and how badly that seems, and usually with some injury on that, that's a quick 2 and a 10 often at this level. And Plynta very lucky, and Baldwin very lucky, because you can't go down a guy like that, especially with the way this game has already turned into.
So the jam-packed Pine-Richland bench, Van Meter goes into the penalty box to get looked at. No penalty called with 5 minutes to go in the first period. It's 3-0 Pine-Richland in a stoppage of play.
And for Pine-Richland, Douglas Van Meter on their top defensive unit, an all-star for the Rams. As a sophomore, he has 4 points on the season, so.
Got a goal tonight.
Yeah, so he's been a big factor. He has an assist as well, so 2 points already so far, and he's actually going to get back on the bench right now. So quick look at him, and he'll get back on the Pine-Richland bench.
Poked ahead towards Plynta. Plynta gets a check there from Lanyard. Thrown in front, no one home. Up the near side is Campbell. Right side wing for Campbell. Threw it off the side of the net. Poked ahead. Still behind the net now. Tegan Berry battling there. Throws it up for Plynta. And Plynta tips it ahead for Kramer. Try to connect with Hurley. Proctor puts it back out the center. Fought along for there with Bayless.
Yeah, good edge out there by Bayless to not let Plynta get any room to get that puck.
Now here's Campbell. Colin Campbell with a chance, but lost the puck on his move towards the net. Back up to Proctor off the board. Proctor shot. Landowski not able to save it. It went off his glove a couple times. Plynta tries to chip it up. Bayless again there. Here comes Hurley, though. Hurley dumps it in and goes to the bench for a change.
Yeah, Hurley one-on-one there with Adam Proctor, and just makes the smart decision to go get the change.
Kramer got edged off the puck. Gets forward and dumped back in by Buys. For Trevor Brain. Campbell chips it up to Pack. Pack shot. Didn't get much on it. Back up to Howard. Howard with Barella. Howard shot. Went through the blue paint. Maybe just outside of it, right past Landowski.
Yeah, looking for Barella there on the 2-on-1.
Chance in front. Nothing there. They're materializing for Colton Andrighetti, freshman forward.
And
Chipped up by Baldwin towards center.
And we already see a change in lines for Baldwin. Nate Buys coming up onto the offensive side of things, looking for a spark is Justin Glock.
3 minutes left in the period. Van Meter has it. Good to see him back out there. Now Howard. Howard's shot blocked right away. Taken by Barella. Back up Van Meter. His shot is blocked away by Landowski. Now Howard again. Howard makes a move. Has some open ice. Howard back to Van Meter. Van Meter makes a good move past Bies. Van Meter's shot goes high off the glass.
Almost identical to his goal. He walks around Nate Bies and tries blocker side again.
Van Meter's got it back again. Tries to chip it in front. Knocked away and sent out by Dempsey.
A lot of this offense is going through Van Meter. A lot of shots towards the goal.
All the way down on net. Baldwin in the midst of a change. Andrighetti, his shot off of Landowski. And sent aside by Baldwin.
Pine-Richland trying to make Baldwin pay there, and Howard with the quick one-touch pass to Andrighetti breaking in the zone.
Gabe Hurley shot. That one's blocked aside wide. O'Neal sends it across for Barry, and now Plina didn't see it. It goes in, but no icing called. High off the glass and chip back up the center. O'Neal chips it. That's for Barry. Also there was A.J. Verzella. And now Baker. Across to Casper. Baker has it now, and he carries through. Baker, his shot is blocked aside. Another shot from Keegan. Landowski was there, though. Good movement across the crease to see it. 1.5 to go first period. Tipped across. Good opportunity. Poking at it with Keegan looking for his second goal, but covered up by Landowski.
Wow, Tegan Barry's really getting worked right now by Hayden Keegan from Pine-Richland there in that defensive zone. Barry had him on the floor, and then Keegan gets back up, and you see there with a couple pokes, poking away at Landowski, trying to make it 4-0.
It is 3-0 with 1:20 to go in the first period. Mac Dempsey tries to poke it aside, but it's A.J. Verzella that helps try to keep it, fight for it along the wall, and sent back out. Proctor dumped it back in. Pine-Richland clears, good to go back into the zone. Now Pollard tips it ahead. There's Dempsey. Dempsey's shot. Rebound goes to Bies, and Bies just couldn't stuff it in.
An excellent job there by Nate Bies. I mean, I don't think Mac Dempsey ever even knew he had Bies with him, but regardless, Bies continued his way to the net and tried to put in that rebound. If he would have stopped up there, he probably could have put that onto his forehand and tucked it in.
A.J. Verzella with it. Good pass for Verzella. Landowski, though, with the save.
A.J. Verzella trying to get it over there. Jeremy Casper just getting enough on it to direct it towards the net. And Landowski, lucky to close up that 5 was he slid over. Just a little soft one going towards the net, but Landowski swallows that one up.
A.J. Verzella, a junior. Carson Verzella, a freshman. 4 and 13, respectively. They are the sons of the meteorologist and Channel 4, Jeff Verzella. Been around and done a lot of good media stuff with the weather. Weather's going to be a factor, I'm sure, tomorrow.
Say, yeah.
A lot of snow.
Had a feeling you'd bring that up soon, and yeah, he's probably hard at work.
Yeah, definitely a good idea to see what he's got cooking up tonight and going into tomorrow. With the Verzella kids up 3-0 as the final couple of seconds tick away in the period. But first, a chance for Baldwin on the shot that is saved by Dembowski.
Hurley just walking it out there, trying to get anything he can on that. And really another thing that's very noticeable from Baldwin is there's not a lot of puck movement once in the offensive zone. It's really just if they can get it wide and get a shot on net, that's pretty much all it's been.
Yeah, it's a good point. Really not trying to set too much up, but Plina just tried to send it towards the net. Fought on for by Plina again. Round 4 pack. Period comes to an end. 3-0. Pine-Richland leads Baldwin. 17 more minutes. Back on the board. We return. Second period. Up next on Tenband TV and JRS.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
After being sidelined with a shoulder injury, 2 minutes in the box isn't so bad. Now get back out there. With AHN Sports Medicine, you're ready for what's next. Your body's rehabbed and recovered. Your legs primed to outskate your defender. Your technical skills perfected. And just like that, you're back. Oh yeah, you're back. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
Here at Little Way, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Little Way is quick turnaround times and a really high quality product.
Here as we go to the second period of play. So, Nate, we were talking about this a little bit in the last minute. So Pine-Richland, in the first period of games, was outscored 16-9 entering tonight. Pine-Richland has a 3-0 lead after the first period. Baldwin was outscored 21-4, so something really had to give there, and it did in Pine-Richland's direction. Now in the second period, Pine-Richland outscores its opponents 21-12. Baldwin being outscored 22-16. As we change ends, Pine-Richland will attack the left side of the ice, and Landowski, as you see it, Baldwin the right side, and Dembowski as puck drop are underway.
Yeah, and just as Baldwin being outscored on the scoreboard, also in the shot category, Pine-Richland 13-9 with that advantage, and 1-for-1 on that power play. As we talk about, no power play opportunities for Baldwin, and they're the best power play unit in AAA. So if that's a big difference, if they can get on the power play at some point, that could be a way to get back in this game for the Fighting Highlanders.
Just haven't had any opportunities against Pine-Richland in these matchups to be able to do so.
And that's sometimes the big things between some of these teams is if you can play a disciplined game and play smartly, I mean, that's a big factor. I mean, Pine-Richland's not going to give Baldwin that opportunity. They know they have a good power play in the Fighting Highlanders, so they don't want to give them a chance.
Howard with a shot. Taken out by Hurley. Off the glass, but still in. Howard again with it, with Barella there on that right side wing. Dropped it back, but no one there. Trying to keep it in, but Kozak not able to do so. Back out the center. Sent all the way back in. Howard fighting there with Barry. Poked along for Kozak. His shot goes wide. Played along to Van Meter. And a whistle on a cover by Landowski.
So far, a minute 20 in, and it's been, again, Pine-Richland basically controlling everything in their offensive side of the rink. So Baldwin, a lot of work to be done.
15:39 to go, second period of play. 3-0 the score in favor of Pine-Richland. One back on a shot. Tarasovic on the shot there. Another one that's poked off the blocker of Landowski. And back to the glass. Another shot poked around him a couple of times. Good opportunity there for Pine-Richland, just not able to poke it in. 15:24 up on the clock. Williams pressures and got a stick on that one as it goes all the way over to Logan Kozak. Kozak's shot, another one that went wide and a long rebound as Tarasovic tries to keep it.
Pine-Richland just buzzing right now around that crease of Landowski. A couple great chances.
All the way up for Tarasovic on the shot. Swung around again. Now Proctor. Proctor sends it all the way wide. Lanyard there gives chase with Tarasovic as well. Lanyard sends it over Proctor. Proctor, another shot save made Landowski. Big rebound back out to Proctor. Proctor tries to make a move past Pack. Past Lanyard and it goes out. Back out the center and now back into the Pine-Richland end.
And a lot of that offensive zone time there was set up by that defensive play. A lot of shots from the point in the back end, and that's something that Jordan Yoklik really has liked so far from his team in the second half of the season. Really the improvement of their blue line.
Other shot went wide as Campbell tried to send it towards Casper in front of the net. Casper chips it ahead. Owen Campbell gets it back. Here's Campbell. Campbell's shot off Landowski. Rebound goes right back to him, and he covers.
Baldwin really playing a little bit complacent in their defensive zone. I mean, Campbell had a lot of time to just sort of stroll in there and get a decent look on net. So Baldwin really needs to turn up the aggression here in this period if they really want to find themselves trying to claw back in this game. And that was something that Pine-Richland knew coming in. This was going to be a Baldwin team that was going to claw basically all the way through this game. But right now, not so much.
Keegan wide open in front of the net. Couldn't find him, though. His shot is deflected. And tipped ahead by Plena. Mill with a golden opportunity there. Now Plena. He's got it on his stick. Sends it across on a great pass for Kramer, but not able to connect.
Kramer needs to find a way to bear down on his stick and catch that pass because, again, we talked about it. Not a whole lot of passes so far from this Baldwin team, and there's a great one from Plenta.
Ooh, and shot into the bench. It went off of Trevor Brain. I think that pass might have came from Joey O'Neill that hit Brain out there on the bench. And a stoppage of play will be dropped at center ice. One back to the Rams. Oh, big hit delivered by Williams.
Big stick there by James Williams. Really laying the lumber.
James Williams helped to send it across. Baldwin brings it in. Spun all the way around. Pollard couldn't corral it. Dump back in. Pack gives chase. James Williams tips it up for Pollard. Not able to corral it though with buys. Kozak's running around and dump back in. Kozak's shot was blocked a couple of times. Rope with it. Now Pollard. 12.5 to go, second period. Sent all the way back down on icing.
Another one of those just icing plays where Baldwin can get off and get a change. And again, there's not really been any thought of breaking in there from Baldwin to skate it up and at least, chip it at the red line. And Jeremy Pollard had plenty of space to do so.
Things just have not looked in sync for Baldwin. Kind of just how the season has played out for the Fighting Highlanders this year.
And Justin Glock talked over the past couple games that they've seen improvement. He said his team has really been willing to work and get better, and he thought he saw some improvement. He said Seneca was probably their best all-around effort in a 5-3 loss. They were up 2-0 in that game.
Plena with a chance if he can make a move towards the net, just can't stuff it home. Save made. Dembowski once again not allowing a rebound.
And as we mentioned, not too long ago on January 15th, Baldwin losing to 5-3 to Seneca Valley, who is top in AAA this year.
Close game.
And it's a close game, and they were up 2-0 with Plenta and Nate Buys both scoring, but 4 unanswered from Seneca Valley. Lindbergh, Murtha, who had the hat trick here last week when we had the Upper St. Clair game, Garvin and Hewitt. So 4 different goal scorers to put them ahead 4-2, and then they just close it out 5-3 in the end.
Kramer can't win the face-off, but it is taken away by Plena. Back to Kramer with Hurley in front of the net. Kramer gets pushed off the puck. Big hit delivered by Baker. Good opportunity again. Andrighetti, though, couldn't bury it. Kramer goes and helps bury along the boards.
What a play there by Howard, too. It was a 2-on-1, and he was able to break through past Joey O'Neill and had the shot, but he decided to try to get it over to Andrighetti.
Barella tried to get it back over to Andrighetti, but Kramer dumps it in.
That might have been one where Howard probably wishes he would have actually kept that. Probably could have made a move on Lewandowski.
Yeah, probably had a better chance at his own shot. And now brought up for Barella. Barella pushed off by Williams. Andrighetti deflected down by Hurley. Kramer, now Hurley. Back to Plena. Plena brings it up. Baldwin's best goal scorer, a golden opportunity there, but blocked aside again, Dembowski.
Plenta trying to get some help off of a deflection from Tarasovic. Good stick there, but could have been a bad opportunity there on Dembowski with a weird-looking shot coming in.
Tarasovic sent it across. Spinning around was Campbell. Now bringing up Mac Dempsey. 3-on-3. Dempsey shot. Save made, no rebound.
Really, we've seen, besides that top line from Baldwin, I mean, Tanner Plinta, we talked about the individual effort he can give out there, but other than that, these second and third lines for Baldwin or what we've seen, I mean, they just can't find a way to get it in deep and really go to work.
It's a far cry from some of the Baldwin teams of years past. Really, not that long ago, as Campbell shot towards the net, is steered aside past Bayless. Baldwin in the 2019-20 season, the Penn's Cup co-champions in the Penn's Cup that was never played due to COVID, and then winning the championship the following year, as well as the state championship at 21-1.
Yeah, not too long ago was, Baldwin really thriving here with Justin Glock, his 8th season now. And on the other hand, Pine-Richland also, I mean, they're not too far removed from a Penn's Cup in 2019. That's 4 total for them in their history of a program. They rattled off 3 in a row in 06, 07, and 08.
James Williams turned it over to Campbell, who just dumped it back in, and now Williams goes to get it. Williams tried to poke it up for Pollard. Almost tripped up Bayless there as well, but Pollard plays it. Pollard sends it all the way down for icing. 9:32 to go, second period. No scoring in this period, but 3 goals by Pine-Richland in the first, especially 2 early on, set the tone.
Absolutely, they set the tone, and that's really, that might be all they need. I know we're only about halfway through this game, but it's a 3-0 hockey game, and we really haven't seen a lot of life from Baldwin. Pine-Richland out shooting them right now 5-2 in the second, overall 18-11.
Yeah, not a ton of scoring opportunities as Plinta is just trying to take on the whole team there. Keegan poked it away from him. Barry and O'Neill have to give chase. O'Neill goes back to get it. Dumps it for Kramer along the boards. Verzella there. A.J. Verzella tries to play it. Up for Tarasovic. And now Hurley, now Plinta. Kramer has to stay on side, but can't. Another face-off.
And it's got to be really difficult for someone like Tanner Plinta and even a Logan Kramer who, when they're putting up solid seasons, especially Tanner Plinta, who's been, a big part of this program the last 2-3 years, how do you break that where you're trying not to be so individualistic all the time and trying to find that pass? And that was the one thing Justin Glock told us, that even though the team's struggling, he's been really proud of the no finger pointing in the locker room, nothing like that. They've just been trying to work and improve.
Dempsey had a great pass there for Hurley, not able to connect, and now Tarasovic brings it up, drops it back for A.J. Verzella. Verzella at the near side wall, checked by Dempsey. Sent towards the middle. Tarasovic tried to pass it across. Puck bounces up high. A.J. Verzella tries to play it, and now off the glass. Bounce back to center. A.J. Verzella with it, drops it back. It's Proctor. Proctor towards the near side. Nobody goes to get it for Baldwin. It's Casper that chips it back in. But again, we have another offsides. 8:28 remaining here in the second period of play. It's 3-0 Pine-Richland. And the Rams really have, from the opening puck drop, controlled the pace, controlled the tempo, and has been the team with a ton of offensive zone time.
Yeah, they're not doing anything flashy either. They're just doing the right things. They're getting into the open areas, and, guys are making good passes and trying to create opportunities. That's sort of what happened with the Hayden Keegan goal that we saw at the end of the first period. It was just a 3-man forecheck.
Kramer's pass, it's in! Baldwin finally scores. Nate Buys, who collides into the boards, but Nate Buys gave him the goal in his 7th game of the year, his 4th goal of the season, and his first one that did not come on the power play.
Absolutely, and it's just what the doctor ordered, in a 2-on-1 into the zone, and a great pass over to Nate Buys, gets Dembowski moving, and he puts it past the sliding Dembowski all over the right side. And Baldwin, finally starting to show some life here, gets on the scoreboard, and maybe that can build some momentum and build some life into this team.
3-1, Pine-Richland leads as Baldwin able to get on the board. Very important goal there for the Fighting Highlanders and the sophomore Nate Buys. Pack with it off a Howard stick, but back to Plinta. And Baldwin can move up with it. Good move by Plinta. A couple of good moves to get past the defense, and he still carries with it. Tanner Plinta trying to do it all himself on this shift. It goes way wide up into the netting or the faceoff.
Yeah, Plinta just trying to pick that corner there, basically from zero angle, but can't get it towards the net. And Plinta, just really trying to do it all himself. We've seen that pretty much in every shift he's had, besides maybe one pass over to Logan Kramer. He's trying to do everything he can. And honestly, after that Baldwin goal was about the response from both teams. I mean, how was Baldwin going to keep that momentum going, and how is Pine-Richland going to respond?
Taken up by Andrighetti. Back to Barella. Now Van Meter. His shot save made. And a good one at that by Baldwin. Austin Landowski able to hold it.
Sound like it got a stick on the way in there too, but Van Meter, I mean, he's been letting them go from that blue line, and it's shown for it on the score sheet with a goal and assist so far.
Taken up for Monahan. Raph Monahan tried to dump it in. Pass brain stick as well. And now here's Barella. 2-on-1 emerges with Andrighetti. Barella, Andrighetti. Good move in front. In the backhand it goes. Pine-Richland goal. Colton Andrighetti. His first of the season for the freshman forward.
Man, was that a thing of beauty. Colin Barella taking it wide. Drops it off to Andrighetti. Low forehand backhand, and he tickles the twine with a beautiful backhander past Landowski. And it's 4-1 Pine-Richland. Quick strike after the Baldwin goal.
Pine-Richland responds and answers. Back to a 3-goal game as we take a look on the AHN Sports Medicine replay.
Just see there, I mean, beautiful pass there. Not much Joey O'Neill can do defensively on a little mini 2-on-1 that close to the net. Andrighetti finishes it.
Point up for Dempsey, taken away again. Here goes Campbell. Campbell was taken away off the puck by Pack. Back out Van Meter and dumps it in. Landowski pokes it over to Pack. Pack carries in off a Dempsey stick, but once again taken back by Pine-Richland out to Bayless, and it's Plena. Plena possesses. Runs into a couple of defenders for Pine-Richland.
Not sure how he didn't go down there, because that sounded like a hard collision there.
And we're going to get somebody going off to the box. Might be Van Meter. A lot of disputing there with Van Meter and the official. Van Meter to the box, Baldwin to the power play.
And just after Baldwin got on the board and Pine-Richland scores right back, we get to see Baldwin on the power play for the first time. Justin Glock going to use his timeout, and why not? I mean, you're right here at a point in time, 6 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second period, and a big spot here for Baldwin.
4-1, 6:27 to go, second period. We'll be back right after this for the Baldwin power play on Tenband TV.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eServicesTech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
So Baldwin to the power play, and what is once again a 3-goal game, Nate, and a chance here to try to make it 2 again.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for Baldwin. 38%, 30.8% on the season, the best in AAA on the power play, and they've scored 12 of their 31 total goals on the season coming on the power play.
It's a big number and a save made by Dembowski.
Yeah, we talked about it. Nate Buys with the lone goal for Baldwin so far, but 3 power play goals on the season. Tanner Plindle with a power play goal. Logan Kramer, 4 of his 7 goals on the power play. So, I mean, that's where a lot of their production comes from. They need that opportunity, that man up.
They did not have a power play against Pine-Richland the last time that these two teams met. Plena has to play it, though, at neutral ice. So it's Plena out there with Dempsey, as well as Kramer, Nate Buys, Gabe Hurley. Plena brings it into the zone. Plena all the way around. Tries to keep the puck. Can't do so. Got knocked off of it, but tries to get it back. Fought off back to Dempsey by Buys. Sent across for Kramer, but taken away by Proctor. Proctor up the ice for Howard. Verzella, potentially, if they would have got it over to him, had a chance at a breakaway, but now Plano.
Yeah, A.J. Verzella was creeping up ice there, man. If Howard could have sprung him there, he would have been gone. And Pine-Richland doing a tremendous job, putting a lot of pressure on this Baldwin power play, not giving them lots of time there. And, you know, when you're down a guy, that can become tricky because then you get out of position. But so far, so good for the Rams and providing a lot of pressure, especially high up on the points. Zach Howard providing a lot of it.
1:04 remaining on the penalty to Van Meter. One back for Kramer to Plano. Now Dempsey sets it up at the blue line. Back to Kramer. Plano calls for it. Kramer towards the net, just went wide. Plano goes, trying to chase for it. Hurley, but it's sent all the way back out. Good clear by Logan Kozak, the senior defenseman. Kramer moves up with it. 40 seconds left on the power play. Kramer dumps it in. Buys tries to go after it, but this one goes up into the netting. We'll have a face-off.
Nice opportunity for Baldwin. Isaac Baker putting it out of play, so look at that offensive draw.
Yeah, what do you think is the main advantage in just trying to throw it high off the glass there instead of trying to throw it a little bit farther off down the boards and run into, obviously, the unfortunate scenario there for Baker going up into the netting?
Yeah, you're just trying not to turn it over. You're trying to get it high and out. When in doubt, high and out, or glass and out is a very common saying in hockey, and that's what they try to do there.
Tegan Berry throws it off the boards. A.J. Verzella tried to be the first one there, but it's O'Neill instead who walled him off, and it's sent back to Berry. Up the ice for Pollard. Pollard, who wears 89, tried to make a nifty move, but it's Verzella that sends it right back in. It's 4-3-2-1 off the clock. Penalty is over to Van Meter, and we're back to full strength.
And for about the first time that's been noticeable, Brooklyn Joyce out here for Baldwin.
Sent along for Pollard. That was Joyce who sent it up the ice. Now Berry. Pollard tries to move up with it. Now A.J. Verzella with Bayless. Bayless has it. Bayless makes a move in front. Bayless, it goes for another goal, and the Pine-Richland Rams have 5 on the board. Benjamin Bayless, 6th goal of the season. Number 59 scores, the senior, makes it 5-1.
Starts all the way out in the neutral zone. A poor turnover by Baldwin, Jeremy Pollard, and Bayless just using that power move. Goes in all the way behind the defense, caught flat-footed, making the power move going forehand, backhand, reaching around Lewandowski. And Pine-Richland now a 5-1 on Baldwin. Another great look at that one.
Proctor pokes it ahead towards Keegan. Bayless had just scored. Also there, and now it's Keegan. With Bayless and Tarasovic high off the glass. Off the shot, and Tarasovic keeps it. For Keegan down low. Keegan makes a move, threw it in front. Baldwin player fell down. That was Pack.
Just the type of game that's happening right now. I mean, that puck, he had no clue it was under him, and he just like a banana peel slips out from under him.
Poked up by Bayless, and now once again, Baldwin just trying to get back into the offensive zone. It's Plano. Plano circles back, holds, and off the boards. Tarasovic goes to retrieve it with just about 3 minutes and counting still to go in the second period. Tarasovic brings it up. Left wing. Chip and chase. With Kramer there, and Kramer took a big hit into the boards.
Tarasovic avoided that big. James Williams was trying to line him up with a little bit of a hip check.
Gasper towards the front and Keegan, but Keegan's shot is sent aside. Plano takes a hit. Chip back out to center. Turley. Turley with 2 guys there for Pine-Richland trying to knock it away, and now Kramer. Kramer past the blue line. Kind of left it there for Plano, but no one there, and it goes back out. Williams off the boards and in for icing.
Well, we saw that Baldwin goal from Nate Buys earlier, and just from there on out, we thought maybe they could grab some life out of it, and Pine-Richland has stayed even-keeled basically throughout and really has not, lost a step in their play besides that one goal from Nate Buys.
Yeah, Baldwin's not a team that has scored a whole lot of goals this year, being outscored 64-31, so it's given up double the amount of goals that Baldwin has scored. And that number continues to increase today when you factor in the 5-1 score. As Byes tried to poke it towards Dempsey, but once again taken away by Pine-Richland. Up the ice on a 2-on-2. Pokes ahead looking for Rope, and once again right past Landowski.
Penalty on Baldwin coming up.
It is, as see who goes to the box.
I think it's Logan Pack.
Yeah. It's actually going to go on Barry, and it is. So Tegan Barry, the junior defenseman, will go off to the box with 2:04 still to go here in the period. It's 5-1 Pine-Richland. So Barry to the box, 2 minutes on the board. There'll be 4 seconds left. Take another look at it on the AHN Sports Medicine replay. So 4 more seconds will be left before the end of this period if the power play is killed off. So we'll circulate over to the third period, back out for Van Meter, who's out there with Lanyard, Howard, as well as Bayless and Campbell. Campbell with it. Now Lanyard, back up Van Meter. Van Meter at the blue line, and now here's Bayless. Bayless, his shot rings off the post. Captain Howard has it. Now here's Van Meter. Bayless, back to Van Meter at the point. Van Meter sends a shot in. It's a blocker save made by Landowski. Tipped along by Bayless. Had a chance at it, but sent along up to Van Meter again. Van Meter, his shot goes high off glass.
Howard got a stick on that. I am surprised the refs didn't call that one for high sticking.
Lanyard sends it across, and a shot that went past Landowski again. That was Campbell. Hurley is able to get it out. 54 seconds to go on the penalty. It's Tegan Barry in the box, number 8 for Baldwin. 45 seconds left on that, 49 left in the period. 4-second differential. Here's Howard. Howard on the right side wing, slows it down. In front, a great opportunity. Barella now swings it back over. Here's Van Meter. 30 seconds.
Great look there to Lanyard, just creeping in right in the soft spot of the defensive zone.
Van Meter, another shot is sent aside by Landowski. Colin Campbell's been really good. The sophomore forward is an all-star on this power play so far. He continues to battle there. He tries to poke it ahead as Van Meter tries to keep Plina there. Helps to force it back out to center ice. Brought quickly back in by Campbell. Campbell with Barella and Lanyard. Campbell's shot with Landowski way outside the blue paint. Makes the save.
Well, there's Campbell again, as you mentioned. I mean, he's been pretty much all over the ice, trying to make some passes, get shots towards the net. And Pine-Richland again buzzing right now on this power play with 3 seconds left. See what type of set face-off they have here to get one last shot on net before the period comes to a close.
Yeah, 3.2 exactly in a 5-1 game. Pine-Richland, who's controlled the tempo, controlled the pace. Baldwin with only 1 goal on the board from Byes. 1 second, clock expires. We'll go to the third period. But intermission up first in a 4-goal game. It's been all Pine-Richland Rams. 5-1 here at Ice Castle. Tenband TV's production brought to you by JRM Sports.
Shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Dean Honda is one of the largest volume dealerships in the Pittsburgh area, offering sales, service, and parts. Our service center offers competitive pricing and same-day service. If you're looking to sell your vehicle, stop by Dean Honda and leave with a check in hand. Visit us on Route 51 in Pleasant Hills or at deanhonda.com.
Feels good to be off the sidelines, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it does. That extra effort with AHN Sports Medicine got you back here. With every specialty set, custom training day, and personalized drill, you bettered your body. Now line it up. They don't see this move coming. Told you. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eservicestech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
Maya, can you come in here, please?
Yeah, Dad, what's up?
Is that your brother on the TV?
Yeah, that's my brother. It looks like it's tonight's game.
But how can that be your brother? I have never missed a single game.
We couldn't go tonight. Remember, you broke your foot.
Right. Well, I don't know who's putting on this production, but without them, I'd be missing this.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high-quality product.
the first to congratulate you.
James Lessing on fire.
15 yards from the end of the run. Result, first down.
Yeah, you don't necessarily always just have to pass the football.
Got a shot and he scored.
Just started on the bridge.
All these guys are matched up.
High above Beaver County.
23 calendars.
Williamson got her first points.
Susie, and you know what? I think, JP, the word's out now.
Back for the start of the third period. 5-1. Pine-Richland leads Baldwin. Both teams just set to come out of the locker rooms as we take a look at the first half highlights here today, and all of it going Pine-Richland's way.
Yeah, they've been pretty much making the simple plays. I mean, you see Josh Lanyard there poking into goal off of a Douglas Van Meter shot, and you will see Van Meter here again with a high shot that beats Landowski there, blocker side from the point. He was all over the score sheet as well, so... But Baldwin trying to get back into it, but just some defensive zone breakdowns. Hayden Keegan there, you know, on a poking goal for the Rams. And for Baldwin, it's Nate Buys. His fourth goal of the season. It's his first goal. Not on the power play, as we mentioned, when he was able to score there on that 2-on-1. But then it was the response from the Rams. I mean, really nicely done. Andrew Getty there with his first goal of the year. And then Zach Howard taking it. Rather Benjamin Bailey's there with the little power move to get it in past Landowski. So really, Pine-Richland all over the score sheet.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for these two teams. It's first for the Pine-Richland Rams, up next against Upper St. Clair on Thursday, January 25th. That should be a very, very fun and interesting game.
Tied in the standings, too.
At Cathedral Prep, Tuesday, January 30th. That one at 7 o'clock. And then at 9:10, Thursday, February 1st, ring in new month of February against Mount Lebanon, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils against the Pine-Richland Rams. As we get into the stretch run, really in the stretch run of the season, as Baldwin just trying to pick up any points, only 4 in the season at Peters Township on Tuesday, January 23rd. That's coming up next week at 7. And then North Allegheny back here Thursday, January 25th. We'll have that one for you at 9 o'clock. At Central Catholic, Thursday, February 1st, a week from then at 9 p.m. On the road against the Vikings. We take a look at our broadcast schedule. Last week we had 2 thrillers that went to overtime. Fox Chapel and TJ, Seneca Valley, Upper St. Clair. Neshannock, Canada went to a shootout. Today, Pine-Richland and Baldwin. It's 5-1 next week. North Hills and Thomas Jefferson is our first game of our doubleheader at 7 p.m., followed by North Allegheny and Baldwin at 9. And then we begin February. Deer Lakes, Bishop Canevin, North Allegheny, Upper St. Clair here at Ice Castle.
A lot of fantastic matchups to go, and we've seen plenty of them so far.
Some other good games going on today. We talked about it. Upper St. Clair, Bethel Park, Cannon Mac, and Mount Lebanon at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Both of those games also starting at 9 o'clock here today. And the Mount Lebanon Cannon Mac game, 2-1. Cannon Mac is out in front.
Yeah, no updated score from that Bethel USC game. Another big one in the AAA standings. But yeah, Lebo up 2-1 over Cannon Mac, another team, you know, right there with Baldwin, Cannon Mac in the bottom part of the standings.
Yeah, Mount Lebanon leads it. 2-1 in that one at Mount Lebanon Ice Center. Bethel Park and St. Clair, also another game to keep an eye on. It's 5-1. Pine-Richland leads it. The Rams rattle the sticks along the boards, and we begin play. Rams will attack the right side net as you see it. Baldwin the left side. Landowski, Dembowski, the goaltenders remain.
How about that defensive play by Logan Kozak? Fell on his own 2 feet and able to still stop Planta.
Campbell on the fresh ice scores! Just seconds into the third period, Cullen Campbell's been flying tonight. And the all-star sophomore forward punches in the 6th goal of the night for the Rams.
And immediately that turnover back the other way for Pine-Richland, and it goes from defense to offense. The transition game from Pine-Richland, so smooth there. And it's Cullen Campbell, as you mentioned, Austin. I mean, he was really buzzing there in that end of the second period, and he gets rewarded here to start the third.
The Pine-Richland bench was buzzing coming out of the locker room, and right away the spark of energy to continue the offensive onslaught.
And it was definitely going to be, you'd be curious as to see how Baldwin came out instead. But really, it's Pine-Richland just continuing their way.
Continues the energy, and Baldwin in a negative way, as we're going to get a penalty called on the Fighting Highlanders. Actually, it's going to go on Pine-Richland, rather. My apologies. It's Kozak, and I think it's a tripping call called on the senior Logan Kozak.
So Baldwin back on the power play. 0 for 1 so far. We've talked about this team has scored a good chunk of their goals this season coming on the man advantage. So we'll see, Pine-Richland very aggressive on the penalty kill.
One back to Plena, who swung it around towards the near side boards, and that's Dempsey. Back around to Buys. That's the lone goal tonight. Kramer. Buys tries to poke at it, but it's Plena. Plena to Dempsey and taken back out. Both captains there, Plena and Howard, knocked away by A.J. Versella. Poked ahead, it's Howard. Howard back into his own end and just dumps it off the boards and back by Landowski.
The safe play there by Howard, and he has been really a leader for this team. Obviously, the team captain for Pine-Richland, but he's been a guy that he has a high work ethic, leads by example, and he's doing that here on the penalty kill.
40 seconds gone by on the power play for Baldwin. Spun around and once again sent out by the Rams. Keegan goes after it. Casper dumped it in, and now Keegan has a chance to play it back to Casper, who called for it on the stick tap. Up the ice, though. Here comes Dempsey. Matt Dempsey makes a move, but lost the puck. Hurley with a chance at it, but that one got blocked. Kramer couldn't keep it. He's back there with Plena, who he dropped it back to, but Plena has to give chase. Here's Plena past the blue line. Plena chips it off the boards to himself. Plena makes a move, but got knocked away by Baker. Baker on the pass towards the far side of the ice, all the way back down again with 33 seconds and counting.
Baldwin's just not able to set anything up, and you could hear Justin Glock yelling, "Help, help, help," from the bench as Plinta's in there. And the pressure provided from Pine-Richland really causing a lot of havoc for Baldwin.
Blake Schultz giving chase to it. Don't think Baldwin has a shot on goal in this power play either. As it's pushed up towards Plena. 10 seconds left on the power play. Plena moving up with it with Pollard, but lost the puck again. Poked alongside. Once again, Plena. Power play over. Once again, Kozak. He comes back on. Now goes over to the bench for a change. Back to even strength. Poked back out, and Barry couldn't grab it. O'Neal gives chase. O'Neal lost his stick. Poked along back to Barry, though. Pine-Richland wanted a penalty, didn't get it on the hit there behind the net. Tried to poke it up on the pass from Pollard. But again, here comes Pine-Richland, but dump back in. It's Pollard with O'Neal, and they just run into each other. The miscommunication has been just all over the place for Baldwin.
It's been unbelievable, honestly. I mean, just not a lot of, chemistry or really, I mean, there's just nothing there. I mean, Jeremy Pollard just running into his defenseman.
Proctor carries it in. Proctor, save made by Landowski. So 13:21 to go, third period. 6-1 is the score. Austin Beck told Nathan Breisinger alongside here on Tenband TV. Well, things aren't going too well for Baldwin hockey, but things went very well for Baldwin basketball earlier today. Shout out to the basketball team. A key win on the road. Upper St. Clair, a rival in basketball. We had Upper St. Clair hockey last week. With the Panthers again next week. I think we got Baldwin Upper St. Clair hockey at some point.
Coming up soon.
Coming up as well. Baldwin basketball taking care of business tonight. Williams with it. Williams fell to the ice. Now Plena carries. Another big collision near side, right near the blue line.
And Vandermeter's going to take exception. Tanner Plinta, it was an awkward fall. Can't tell, down below us. We're at an angle where we can't see.
There's a player down.
It's Josh Lanyard.
Yeah.
And it was just looked like Plinta sort of tripped into him, as we see here. He gets pushed from behind, actually, from Benjamin Bayless.
Yes.
And then goes into Lanyard. So kind of a incidental thing. Part of the reason no penalty called. I mean, it's just one of those domino effects.
Yeah, just a collision there. Seemed incidental. 12:53 to go, third period. It's a 5-goal game. 6-1, Pine-Richland lead. This one's been chippy for a decent majority of it.
They don't address it, you address it.
Now Howard circles around a little bit, and he'll have the face-off with Mac Dempsey. Still, there's a discussion over by the Pine-Richland bench, though.
Yeah, certainly can't imagine Jordan Yoklik was really happy with. That's the second time where Plinta could have gotten called for something, but that was much more incidental than what we saw in the first period, where he drove Van Meter into the wall, and it was Van Meter then taking exception for this play that bumped into Josh Lanyard.
Jordan Yoklik is in his 6th season, named an assistant coach for the All-Star team. Puck on net, Landowski sends it aside. Now Pack moves with it. Here's Pack, the senior defenseman. Also plays on the Baldwin volleyball team. Sends it up for Nate Buys. Buys, Dempsey, golden opportunity. It goes behind Dembowski, but he saves it. Able to hold on as the puck was sitting in the blue crease.
Dembowski had no clue there. Mac Dempsey, a high shot. Probably not exactly where you want it, right at the cage. And it bounces off and sort of sits right below the wickets of Dembowski as he tries to find it. So we get here a good look. You can see it goes right underneath. Brooklyn Joyce trying to provide some pressure, going in hard to the crease as well.
Top line out there for Baldwin. Third line for Pine-Richland. Back for Plinta. Barella there, though. Able to knife it aside for Andrighetti. There's Andrighetti back for Casper. A golden opportunity goes off the glove of Landowski. Up to Mill. Mill's shot is blocked. I think it was Proctor that was in the way of that. I think it was maybe Barella, actually. AJ Verzella gives chase to it. Off of Plinta and over to Hurley. Gabe Hurley tries to chip and chase, but nothing materializing there. Now carrying in. Pine-Richland is not a team that chips and chases, carries in almost everything past the blue line.
Yeah, pretty much a possession team, and that's completely the opposite of what we've seen from Baldwin. A lot of chip and chase.
Much different strategies, and it's worked in the favor of Pine-Richland. It's just been the faster team, quicker team to the puck on many opportunities as Howard moves it ahead. Off of AJ Verzella, sent back in. Right by Williams and Pack. It's Pack that goes back to play it behind the net with 11 minutes to go in the third period. Williams sends it aside back up the center. Where Proctor goes to play it. Tarasovic. Back to Proctor. Proctor back up Keegan. Keegan over to Howard. Howard brings it in. Howard, his shot is set aside by Landowski. Howard sent it to the front. It's Proctor up by the blue line. Got blocked in front by Keegan, blocked by his own man. Keegan goes to play it behind the net.
Not really what you wanted there. Keegan trying to get something to the net, not completely block it.
Tarasovic sent it past the net. Proctor tried to keep it in, but it's Pollard. Pollard on a 3-on-2 emerging for Baldwin. Thrown towards the net, and it goes off the side of the cage for Aiden Gannon, 67. In there for the Fighting Highlanders is seen some sparing ice time today. Their 2-on-2 emerges. It's Verzello, but getting the puck knocked away. Gannon goes back to play it. Now O'Neill. Left it on the pass over to Barry. Up for Gannon. Now chipped up by Gannon off the boards. And back into the Pine-Richland end of the ice. We're under 10 minutes to go in the game.
We're starting to see Baldwin utilize some more of those third-line options compared to earlier in the game, and that's just where we're at this point of this one.
Here's Rope sending it towards the net. Goes behind the cage. Played back in once again, dumped behind the net. Barry off the boards. Blake Schultz gives chase to it, but it's sent all the way out. Puck on edge, goes all the way back down into the Pine-Richland end, and icing at 9-10.
So far this third period, I mean, really controlled again by Pine-Richland. We talked about that early goal from Colin Campbell. The Rams out shooting the Fighting Highlanders 4-1. And we saw a little bit of chippiness here in front of us, but I mean, other than that, I mean, it's been all Pine-Richland really, really controlling most of this game.
Yeah, Baldwin has really not had a lot of opportunities, and it's to the credit of Pine-Richland, as once again, the Rams on the doorstep there almost had an opportunity to poke it in. And Baldwin takes it back. It's Barry. Barry up the wing. Tried to get it over to Trevor Brain, but now back down to Williams in his own end. Williams skates with it towards the near side, towards us. Brain tries to play it. And an offside whistled at 8:42 in the third period. Puck back outside towards the neutral zone. And for Pine-Richland, this is a team that is looking to try to get out of a four-way tie in the standings. Pine-Richland tied with a couple of different teams, but the Rams on their way to being able to do so today. It's Pine-Richland, Bethel Park, Upper St. Clair, Mount Lebanon, all with 17 points. Peters Township and North Allegheny entered with 18.
Yeah, and Upper St. Clair there on the docket next week for the Rams, and they're also tied right in that bunch. And this is a Pine-Richland team that last year they beat Seneca 2-1 in the quarterfinals, knocked them off, and then lost in the semis to Upper St. Clair with, you know, that group of Colin Ruffner and Aaron Staworski, 6-4 game in that one.
Going to get a penalty called, pointing towards two players. I think it's going to be Van Meter as well as Dempsey going to the box. So one guy on either side, as referees here just trying to calm the chippiness, calm the tension maybe a little bit in
Trying
this
to keep
final
it
8.5.
Trying to keep it under control, yeah. And Van Meter, again, we talked about with that hit on Josh Lanyard a little bit earlier with Plenta. He was the guy that sort of stepped up for his teammate, and here he is again with Mac Dempsey. So, I mean, he's not letting anything fly.
So it's Kramer and Lanyard on the faceoff, one back to Pine-Richland. With the boards as Bayless tried to poke it out. Now Pine-Richland able to do so, up to Campbell. Campbell with Bayless. There's Campbell, tried to poke it in front. Was blocked away, he still has it though. Lanyard standing right in front of the net, they couldn't find him. Up to Hurley, Hurley with Plenta. Tried to spin it over to Plenta, no icing. Plenta chases. Back out the center. Is this a different style, at least for Baldwin, than when you were playing, Nate, about 5-6 years ago for this Baldwin team than what they're playing at now in terms of chip and chase and trying to bring pucks over the blue line and try to possess?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, when, you know, I played, what, 4 or 5 years back, it was pretty much the same. I mean, Justin Glock was instilling his style of play for the Fighting Highlanders, and it was you know, pretty much chip and chase, try to set up once you're in there, wear them down, grind them down. But this year, I mean, with this Baldwin team, saw last year, I mean, Baldwin has graduated over 30 seniors in the last 3 years is what Justin Glock told us. I mean, that's a huge number. And a lot of other teams do that too, but I mean, Baldwin just hasn't been able to replace it. And when you don't have the numbers to do so, I mean, that type of game is just not going to be so helpful for you.
Plenta chips it towards the side of the net, and it goes behind the cage. Pack gets chased and keeps it in. And it's also the quality of talent that has been devoid of this team as we're going to get a penalty coming up.
Absolutely, and for the first time in quite some time, Baldwin's without a junior varsity team in ice hockey, so that's definitely a big difference compared to some of these AAA schools. You know, have junior varsity teams and 2 middle school teams, so, I mean, it's a big difference.
Plenta goes off to the box. He'll get a 2-minute minor, 6:33 to go in the third period, and what's a 5-goal game?
Plenta finally going to the box as the Pine-Richland section with a couple cheers.
Applauded that one.
Yeah.
Very excited to see Plenta go off.
He's been a part of a couple ticky-tacky play, so.
Shot from Casper, save made by Baldwin. Austin Landowski, one of the Baldwin All-Stars.
Casper swinging back to that point. They're letting that shot go. And he'll take the face-off now, so he kind of set up into the blue line part of the power play.
Out there with Andrew Getty as well as Kozak, who has the possession. Back to Andrew Getty and Kozak. Andrew Getty couldn't grab possession of it. Send it behind for AJ Verzella. Verzella out there. The shot by Landowski, setting it aside again. Andrew Getty tried to get it to Barella. Back out to center. 1:23 to go.
And speaking of Barella, I mean, been really impressed by his play. You know, very aggressive, very, you know, gets in the dirty areas. A little bit of a smaller kid, but he, you know, very good at lifting sticks.
Oh, Verzella tried to poke it in, and Landowski at the end of it kind of gave him a little shove at his head. Not a good play there.
I mean, you can't be too happy with the guy flying into your crease. I mean, a lot of goalies take exception when that becomes the case.
5:40 to go in the game. 1:08 left on the point of penalty. Power play chance for Pine-Richland.
Some frustration from the Pine-Richland unit that was just out there. Jeremy Casper slamming the door as he goes off the bench, and it's because, you know, they finally got a chance to get on, see some top power play minutes with the game where it's at, and I think it's a point where they wish they would have capitalized.
Campbell's shot is set aside towards the far side. It was picked up by Bayless, assistant captain for Pine-Richland, over to Tarasovic. Tarasovic shot set aside once again by Landowski. Landowski goes against a lot of shots. This one from Campbell that goes in. Cullen Campbell once again on the score sheet. Second goal for Campbell, 7-1 Pine-Richland leads.
Campbell right down Broadway. I mean, he had all the time and space he really wanted to just walk in and pick his poison there. And man, what a shot, top shelf. Trevor Brain and Logan Pack just sort of letting him stroll right in. I mean, really untouched. And, you know, obviously you're down a man on the penalty kill, but you can't just let someone walk right into Landowski like that if you're Baldwin.
That's the 4th power play goal of the year for Cullen Campbell and his 8th goal of the season. O'Neal sends it to the far side with under 5 to go in the 3rd period. It's a 7-1 lead for Pine-Richland. Everything's gotten away here for Baldwin. Here's Van Meter. Sends it across. A shot that was deflected in front. Kozak got a couple of sticks deflecting on that shot, and now Pollard has it. Pollard past the blue line and sends it on net. Well, we don't call Nathan Dembowski's name a lot as the goaltender for Pine-Richland. You know it's been a pretty good day for the Rams. Has not faced too many shots.
15 saves on 16 shots. He's put together a pretty good effort. And that 2-2 record will increase. And, you know, a guy who's filled in backup, you know, has received a lot of praise from the coaching staff, a lot of experience, plays amateurs, but the coaches had confidence in him to come in and pull this one out. And, you know, not a lot of shots seen, but he did his part.
Brett Sudak, the backup today, 6-2-1 entering action with a 249 goals against average, 887 save percentage. Dembowski's been really good too. 312 goals against and an 871 save percentage in the opportunities that he has in his 2 victories, 2-2. So pretty decent performance overall from him this season, but it's been a good showing tonight.
And on the other end, Austin Landowski, I mean, he's an all-star. He's faced 29 shots tonight. Obviously not the best performance out of him.
Kramer pokes it in front, and Hurley not able to get it to fall on the doorstep there to his stick. To a chance at potentially the 2nd Baldwin goal to try to poke it in.
And just to close out that thought, something that probably should have mentioned, forgot, lost in the shuffle of the notes, but Austin Landowski has made the most saves in AAA this year. 445 saves coming into this one.
That one was just steered aside. It tells you just in that story what's the silver lining. He's faced a lot of shots, and Baldwin defensively has just not done a good enough job in front of him.
And it was something Justin Glock saw some improvements in, was their defensive zone coverage, but obviously that has been a pretty big issue here tonight, and 2 power play goals to go along with it for Pine-Richland.
Poked ahead, here's Andrighetti. Andrighetti, his shot goes wide. Might have went off of Landowski. Back to Barella. For Andrigowski again. And it goes behind. Colton Andrighetti, one of the goal scorers here today. Is that one sent? Pass Landowski for a save again. Now Proctor. Proctor's shot. Landowski, another save. Andrighetti with it. Barella drops it back for Proctor. Proctor again with Tarasovic as the D pairing. Proctor, and just a lot of puck possession as well for Pine-Richland in this one.
Absolutely. They've just really been toying with Baldwin defensively, and when you have those breakdowns, then that's how they found a lot of their goals tonight.
Nate Buys sends it across. Trying to be poked out by Dannon. Now here's Howard. Howard up with it. Howard's shot goes wide off the boards. Kept in by Tarasovic. Hurley off the boards to himself. Dave Hurley lost it in front. Barella deflected in front. Now sent out by Pack. 2 minutes to go in the game. Shot goes in from the point. Board down. 8-1 Pine-Richland. And another rocket out from the point. It's Proctor who scores.
That was a laser from Proctor, and he does the little sword celly.
For his first goal of the year.
Wow, what a way to score your first one. With a rifle from the point. Man, Adam Proctor, the sophomore, joining the party. Now 8-1 Pine-Richland.
It's been a feast offensively for the Pine-Richland Rams today. Done everything well.
And if this one holds up, it'll be their biggest victory of the season so far. Their biggest one besides this one, a 5-1 win over Cathedral Prep coming on December 7th. A couple other 4-goal wins, that Baldwin win, that Bethel win at Bethel on October 26th. But for Baldwin, they've had a couple of those lopsided ones. A 9-2 loss to Bethel a few weeks ago. Also, another game against Bethel to start the season, 8-2, their second game in. So, a couple lopsided ones for Baldwin so far this year, and this one will go down as in that category as well.
Yeah, greatest margin of victory. Point out that might have went off just the side of the post, on the outside of the cage. O'Neal plays it. Sent out by Point off the tip to Hurley. 32 seconds remaining in regulation. Big hit on Campbell by O'Neal. Sent off the boards back down where Barry will go back to play it with 22 seconds. Now 20, 19, and it continues to roll down. 16 seconds and counting. Differential is 7.
Yep, that 7-goal differential, the mercy rule in high school hockey, and this one will just, the refs, the players, just going to let it roll. And Pine-Richland will improve to 9-4-1 on the year.
8-1, Pine-Richland, pure domination against the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders. The Rams get the 2 points, get the job done. It was an easy one for Pine-Richland to move to 9-4-0-1 on the year. The Rams now with 19 points on the year. Baldwin still sitting in 10th place with only 4 points.
Yeah, it was all Pine-Richland basically from the jump, and Cullen Campbell, 2 goals there in the third period. Josh Lanyard, 3-point performance. But how about Zach Howard, the captain, 5 assists on the night to lead all point getters in this one.
It was a great performance by the Pine-Richland Rams, who continue to see their point total rack up with 17 and now 19 as they're trying to move their way up these AAA standings. And they're the ones that have had the majority of the highlights, really all the highlights, other than the 1 Baldwin goal from Nate Buys. It was Lanyard, Bayless, Campbell, everybody on the top line. Colton Andrighetti, 2 goals. Strong performances all around. Proctor scored. Douglas Van Meter scored. Am I missing anybody? Definitely somebody, it seems. There's been so many goals scored on the stat sheet today. Great performance. Hayden Keegan, the other goal. Pine-Richland upcoming schedule. Upper St. Clair Next Thursday, then Cathedral Prep Mount Lebanon a couple Thursdays from now on February 1st. 2 of those games at 9:10. Those are the home ones for Pine-Richland. The road one is at 7 o'clock against Cathedral Prep. On the other side, for the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders, Baldwin will be back in action against Peters Township Tuesday. We'll see them against NA at 9 next Thursday, and at Central Catholic a couple Thursdays from now at 9 o'clock. Thank our entire crew that made today's broadcast possible, including Jake Mislinchik, Ryan Milan, and our good buddy, Mr. Berger, inside the production truck. And how about Gino Bonity? He's also in the production truck as well, running the replay. Corey Berger, who helps run our drone camera, doing a great job, and Evan Laurent running our ringside camera. For Nate Breisinger, I'm Austin Bechtold saying so long from Ice Castle. Final score: the Pine-Richland Rams win it 8-1 against the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders. AAA Hockey on Tenband TV and JRM Video Production. We'll see you next week for week 3 of our 7-week doubleheader action of games. Tenband TV and JRM Sports signing off. Have a great night.